Analyze regulatory impact is compliance software for a specific operational decision. Analyzes the impact of new or changed regulations on existing business processes and compliance frameworks. This video explains what the tool does, why the workflow matters, and how the output becomes useful decision evidence. The problem is that compliance teams often manage this workflow with scattered inputs, inconsistent review rules, and manual interpretation. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Analyze regulatory impact narrows that process into a repeatable model so teams can compare cases without rebuilding the logic each time. Analyze regulatory impact starts with a defined input contract. Typical inputs include existing controls coverage, regulation complexity, number of affected processes, penalty severity, and employee hourly rate. Keeping these fields explicit reduces ambiguity and makes every run easier to audit. The workflow then applies calculate the percentage of the new regulation not covered by existing controls by subtracting the existing controls coverage from 100%, estimate the total effort hours required to achieve compliance based on the compliance gap, regulation complexity multiplier, and scaling for the number of affected processes using industry-standard effort models. Calculate the estimated labor cost for compliance by multiplying the total effort hours by the employee hourly rate. Assess the feasibility of the desired implementation timeline by comparing the required monthly effort to a standard optimal monthly effort rate capped at 100% and compute a composite risk score based on the compliance gap and the severity of potential penalties scaled to a 0-10 range. This keeps the process deterministic, reviewable, and aligned with how compliance teams actually make decisions. Analyze regulatory impact returns structured outputs such as estimated compliance cost, compliance gap, total effort hours, timeline feasibility, and risk versus compliance gap. These outputs are designed to support review, reporting, comparison, and follow-up actions. The value of analyze regulatory impact is not just automation, it is a controlled way to turn repeated compliance work into a documented business process with clear inputs, transparent logic, and reusable outputs.